Right now, you are probably sitting on the couch, scrolling through your phone and feeling a deep, uncomfortable knot in your stomach. You look out the front window and see the bloke across the street washing a brand new $90,000 four-wheel drive. You log onto social media and see your old mates from high school drinking cocktails in Europe for the second time this year. Then you open your banking app. You look at your savings, you look at your superannuation balance, and you ask yourself a terrifying question. Am I falling behind? Is everyone else secretly rich while I am just scraping by? G'day. Today, we are taking a sledgehammer to the great Australian illusion. The financial industry and the media love to publish articles about how much the average Aussie has saved up. They throw around massive numbers that make everyday hard-working people feel like absolute failures. But those articles are lying to you with math. By the end of this video, I am going to show you exactly what normal Australians actually have in the bank and in their super accounts at age 50, age 60 and age 65. No fluff, no billionaire statistics, just the brutal, honest, verified data for 2026. But before we look at the exact numbers, you need to understand the dirty little trick the media uses to make you feel broke. Whenever you read an article that says the average Australian retiring today has $500,000 in super, you need to understand how the word average works.
Imagine you were sitting in your local pub with 9 of your mates. You all earn normal wages and you all have exactly $50,000 in your super. The average wealth in that pub is $50,000. Then, an Australian billionaire like Gina Rinehart walks through the front door and orders a beer. Suddenly, there are 11 people in the room. If you take the total wealth of everyone in that pub and divide it by 11, the average wealth of the people in that room is now over $3 billion each. Did you suddenly get richer? No, the math just got distorted by the people at the absolute top. This is exactly what happens with Australian wealth statistics. The top 10% of the country hold so much money that they drag the average all the way up, making you feel like a peasant.
If you want the truth, you have to look at the median. The median is the dead centre. It means exactly 50% of Australians have more than this number and exactly 50% have less. It is the only number that tells the truth. So let's pull back the curtain and look at the real middle class. Let's start with the 50-year-olds. I call this the panic decade. Meet a bloke named Gary. Gary is 50 years old. He has been working full-time since he was 20. He is married, he has 2 teenagers who eat like horses, and he has a mortgage that feels like a millstone around his neck thanks to recent interest rate hikes. Gary feels like he is drowning. He works 40 hours a week, but by the time the mortgage, the groceries and the school fees are paid, there is almost nothing left over.
When Gary looks at the media, they tell him the average 50-year-old has over $250,000 in super. Gary feels sick. But let's look at the real 2026 data. The actual median superannuation balance for an Australian male aged 50 is roughly $140,000. For women, because of the brutal career interruptions of raising kids, it is even lower, sitting closer to $110,000. And what about liquid cash? What does Gary actually have sitting in his everyday bank account? The data shows that the median cash savings for a 50-year-old household in Australia is sitting at roughly $20,000. That is the reality. The guy across the street with the brand new car, he doesn't have $100,000 in the bank. He has a massive suffocating car loan.
If you are 50 years old and you have $20,000 in the bank for emergencies and $150,000 in your super, you are not failing. You are beating 50% of the entire country. You are right in the thick of the hardest financial decade of your life. But here is where the story gets really interesting, because the clock is ticking and the rules are about to change. 10 years go by. The kids finally move out. The grocery bill drops. We hit age 60. Meet Sarah. Sarah is 60 years old. She has worked her entire life, mostly in administration. She is tired. Her back aches after a long shift, and she is desperately counting down the days until she can pull the pin. 60 is the most critical age in Australian finance because it is your preservation age. It is the exact moment the government finally unlocks the vault and allows you to access your superannuation completely tax-free, provided you actually retire.
So, what does Sarah's bank account look like compared to the rest of the country? The media will tell you the average 60-year-old has over $400,000 in super. Again, that is the billionaire distortion talking. The actual median super balance for an Aussie hitting 60 right now is roughly $220,000. For women, it is closer to $180,000. And their cash in the bank? It has bumped up slightly because the kids are gone and the mortgage is getting smaller. The median liquid cash savings for a 60-year-old sits at around $30,000. Sarah has $200,000 in super and $30,000 in the bank. Is Sarah rich? No, but she has a massive advantage that the financial advisors ignore. She is entering the Centrelink sweet spot. Because her assets are modest, Sarah knows that when she finally hits 67, she is going to qualify for the full age pension, plus the pensioner concession card. That card will save her thousands of dollars a year on medical bills, car registration and electricity. Sarah doesn't need $1 million. She just needs to use her $200,000 to bridge the gap carefully until the government safety net catches her. But what happens when you actually reach the finish line? Now we look at the 65-year-olds, the grand finale. Meet Tom. Tom is 65. He has 2 years left until the age pension kicks in. He is currently transitioning to retirement, working just 3 days a week at the local hardware store to keep his mind sharp and the bills paid.
Tom has spent the last 45 years paying taxes. He has paid off his modest brick house in the suburbs. He owes the bank absolutely nothing. What does Tom have to his name? The true median superannuation balance for an Australian at age 65 is sitting at approximately $260,000. For women, it hovers around $210,000. His cash in the bank? Roughly $40,000, kept specifically as an emergency buffer for when the hot water system blows up or the car needs new tyres. Tom is the textbook definition of the normal Australian retiree. He does not have the magical $1 million that the industry funds tell you is mandatory. He will not be flying first class to Europe every winter. But Tom sleeps better than the millionaire down the street. Why? Because Tom owns the roof over his head. This is the brutal dividing line of Australian wealth. The absolute most critical factor at age 65 is not whether your super balance is $200,000 or $500,000. The only thing that truly dictates your survival is whether or not you are paying rent. If Tom had $300,000 in super but was still paying $600 a week to a landlord, his entire life savings would be wiped out in less than a decade. He would be completely destitute by the time he turned 75. But because Tom owns his house outright, his living expenses are incredibly low. His $260,000 combined with the age pension that'll start in 2 years gives him a dignified, stress-free life. He can buy his grandkids presents. He can afford to run the heater in winter. He has won the game. I want you to take a deep breath and let those numbers sink in. At 50, the middle is $140,000. At 60, the middle is $220,000. At 65, the middle is $260,000. If you are sitting anywhere near those numbers, you need to stop beating yourself up. You need to stop looking over the fence at your neighbour. We live in a society that is addicted to debt. When you see someone your age living a lifestyle that looks like a Hollywood movie, you are usually looking at a house of cards built on massive credit card debt, personal loans, and a mortgage that will never be paid off. They are trading their future peace of mind for a temporary status symbol today. They are going to reach 65 and realise they are chained to a desk for the rest of their natural life simply because they couldn't control their ego. You are playing a different game. You are playing the long game.
So, what do you do with this information? What if you checked your app today and realised you are actually sitting below the median? What if you're 50 years old and your super is basically empty? First, do not panic. Panic leads to stupid decisions. You don't go out and put your money into a high-risk crypto scheme trying to get rich quick. You execute the survival playbook. Step 1, you ruthlessly eliminate every single piece of consumer debt in your life. Credit cards, car loans, personal loans. You pay them off and you cut them up. They are financial poison. Step 2, you aggressively attack your housing situation. If you have a mortgage, you use an offset account to starve the bank of daily interest. Every spare cent sits in that offset account acting as a shield. If you're renting, you do whatever it takes to buy a modest patch of dirt before you retire, even if it means moving regional. You must secure your shelter. Step 3. You use the government tax shields to catch up. You speak to your boss and you set up a salary sacrifice arrangement. You put an extra $50 or $100 a week straight into your superannuation from your pre-tax pay. The government only taxes it at 15% instead of your normal marginal rate. It is the ultimate legal cheat code to rapidly build wealth in your 50s without feeling a massive hit to your take-home pay. The financial industry wants you to feel poor. If you feel poor, you're more likely to hand over your money to a fund manager who promises to fix it for a massive percentage fee. Do not let them play with your head. Wealth in this country is not about having a private jet. It is about waking up on a Tuesday morning, walking out to your own backyard and knowing that nobody can take it away from you. It is about having enough of a buffer that you never have to tolerate a bad boss, a bad landlord, or a toxic situation ever again.
You know the real numbers now. You know where the middle of the pack actually sits. Use that knowledge to stop stressing, put your head down and finish the race on your own terms. I want to hear from you right now. Go down to the comments and let me know, what age bracket are you in? And did these real-world numbers surprise you? Or is it exactly what you expected? Drop your thoughts below. Let's get a real conversation going. I'm the Retired Aussie. Look after yourselves, and I'll see you in the next one.